Yeah, I mean, I think the significance of being picked first is fairly insignificant, to be honest with you. I mean, I think it's a great indication of the season we had last year. I mean, I think it just advocates the year that we had. It was a special season for us, and I think the coaches in the conference recognize the fact that we had a really good year. But you wipe the slate clean, and you start fresh, and that's really the message to our players this year. It's a nice honor, but it really basically just puts a bullseye on our back for the entire season. Yeah, so we're very fortunate to have a lot of the girls back this year that really led the way for us last year. I mean, it's hard not to start with our pitching, with both Haley Smith and Nikki West in the circle, both of them back. And then, of course, in center field, our first All-American and Sarah Johnson hit over 500 Player of the Year. So we're going to look to them to kind of lead the way. We have some spots to fill for sure. Maddie Forsyth, our shortstop, she's back as well. Perry Cesare, so we have some pieces in place for sure from last year, but we're going to have to fill some spots to be sure. So we definitely lost 3 key seniors to our lineup, to our roster in terms of leadership and production. Maddie Schultz, Marina Manapelli, Kylie Jo Ward, those are significant holes we're going to have to fill. So I think the challenging part as a coach and as a program is we're going to be asking some people to step up and do things at this level, at the college level, that they've never done before. And so I think that's always a little worrisome. Do I have confidence that they can do it and step up? Sure. But when you're asking, 3 or 4 people to do things that they haven't ever done before, it's challenging. And as a coach, you hope they can step up and do that. And so I'm confident in some of them that they will. And that's really going to kind of make or break who we are as a team this season in terms of the conference. But we lost some significant leadership as well. So trying to fill that void is probably first on my mind. I mean, the challenging thing for sure, in terms of trying to repeat, is we're playing in a really good conference, and it seems like the quality of play from top to bottom gets better every year. And we have significant. Last year was interesting because we played all those conference games, and we got to know each other really, really well. When you're playing teams 4 times and in the playoffs 5, 6 times in a year, but we know the top of the conference is very, very good, and we're going to have to get better from where we were last year in order to be able to repeat. And it's certainly not easy to do that, but you have a lot of really, really good programs, and a lot of programs that historically in the last few years have not been in the playoff mix. But you look at some of the players they brought in because we recruit against them, so we know that there's some really quality newcomers in this conference, and we're going to have to deal with it. And so again, when you're playing with that bullseye on your back, that those teams have you circled on their calendar every time you play them, and so it's going to be challenging every single time we take the field.